Now we want to get the characters to move around when we press the right buttons, and the buttons that we are using for the left character are WASD, with W moving the red character upward, S moving him downward, A moving her to the left, and D moving her to the right. And so how do we get that going? Well, if you click on player 1, then we can go here to control. Actually, it's event, and we are going to say when space key pressed. And what you'll notice here with this block is that we can choose any key that's on the keyboard. So I'm going to go down here and let's do the down button. So let's do S. And then there's different ways you can do this, but the way that makes the movement most smooth is this way that I'm going to show you. So let's go ahead and say repeat until not. And then under sensing, we are going to say key pressed. And the trick here is that this key here needs to be the same as this key here. So I'm going to change this one to an S, and what I'm going to do is I want him to move downward, and the way that you do that is you change his Y position. So right now he's at a very high Y position, maybe 200. I want to change it to be 230, which would bring him down 10 pixels. And then I want to bring him down 10 pixels again and again and again. And the way you do that is you go to motion and you say change Y by. Okay? And we're going to change Y not by 10 because that's going to move him upward. We're going to change Y by -10. And one mistake that's very common is people use set Y. And we don't want to do that because that will just place him at a certain Y position. We want to change his Y position by -10. So wherever he's at on the screen, it's going to bring him downward. Right? And so if we go ahead and hit the green flag and test this out, I'm going to hold the S button here and see if he moves downward. And he does. Right? Moves a little fast, so I'm going to change that to -5. And you can see he moves a little slower. Right? Or she moves a little slower. So you can adjust that to be as slow or fast as you want. And that might even be another power-up that you would add, where you can increase the speed of your player, or maybe a power-up could be you decrease the speed of your opponent. Right? And so you're going to go ahead and use the same trick to program the A key, the S key, and the D key. And then you're going to go ahead and do the same thing for player 2. And just a heads up, for player 2, what I used is 5 to move up, 1 to move to the left, 3 to move to the right, and I used the 0 key to shoot a bullet, left arrow and right arrow to rotate player 2's cannon. Okay, so if you're going to program player 2 right now, you want to do 1, 5, 5, 1, 2, 3 to move him around the screen.